This is the first of 4 C's of food safety. Cooking. This process kills the harmful bacteria in chicken by heating to a certain degree. This is an example of the Maillard reaction. During the cooking of the onions and garlic, the temperature will rise to a certain temperature where the sugar and proteins interact with the heat. Glycosamine is produced, causing to change the color, aroma, and taste. Also, to avoid cross-contamination with the chicken, I used another cutting board to cut the onions and garlic. Food poisoning will definitely not occur. I add the cream to slow the Maillard reaction. Then I add a little bit of cheese and parsley for a little extra taste.
Look at the flick of that wrist. 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 Look at the flick of that wrist.
This cooking process represents a physical change. The pasta sheets are absorbing the water, making the pasta softer and easier to eat. The lasagna will now cook for approximately 20 minutes, causing the cheese to melt and brown. I will first combine flour, warm water, yeast, sugar, and salt. I will add flour continuously to thicken the mixture. Yeast is a single-celled fungus that is used in baking as a leavening agent and is responsible for fermentation. Fermentation is the step when the yeast makes carbon dioxide in the bread-making process. The carbon dioxide creates bubbles, which causes the rise in the dough. Fermentation occurs when the yeast cells break down large starch molecules into sugars for energy. The dough should be kneaded for about 5 to 10 minutes or until the dough is stretchy. Gluten has 2 distinct proteins known as glutenin and gliadin, which are present in cereal grains and wheat, and it is responsible for the stretchiness of the dough. It forms when water is mixed with flour. It is helpful because it creates a structure for the dough due to the air pockets created. I will then place a ball of dough in a bowl covered with margarine. I will cover the bowl with plastic wrap, then with a thick dish towel. When my grandma used to make bread, she would use this technique of covering the bowl with the dish towel, allowing for complete darkness. I will let the dough sit and rise in a dark area at room temperature for about an hour.
A few moments later.
After letting the dough rise, I will knead the dough on a floured surface for a minute or two and split the dough in half, allowing for the creation of 2 baguettes to be made. I brush the baguettes with butter before baking to ensure a tender golden crust.